So what we're going to do is set up the drone, set up your space, go through the things that you do when you go to a site and you get set up. So we've evaluated the site, we've evaluated everything online and looked at Google Earth and figured out the airspace. And now we're at the site, we're going to get things set up. So, safety vest, I like to wear them. Lets people know that you're not some Yahoo, right? So optional, but probably a good thing to do. Landing pad, pretty easy to set up. All right, so there you go. I've got stakes, but there's no wind today. If I wanted to stake it down, if I needed to, I could. We've got our flight book. What I would do next is just write in, time of flight, the date, where I am, just to keep track of everything. Takes probably 30 seconds, so I would do that next. And I've got my checklist for the drone. So FAA regulations, you got to have a checklist to run through, so I keep that in here with everything else. So I've got everything ready to go and with me at all times. I could check the wind speed if I needed to. My wind speed gauge, my anemometer, I can't say it. So this takes, I've got, basically 0.2 miles per hour. So, that's pretty obvious. But, on a gusty, windy day, you might want to check that out. And then I think we're ready to go. So we've got our fan of 4 here. So we're going to set this up. We're in the landing pad. I've got my props. I can put my props on. They all work a little differently. These you got to match up the colors. So we've got the black prop, and they spin on pretty easy. But each drone's different, so you got to kind of figure out your drone and get those on. Sometimes, like the Mavic Airs, are already on. Right, so pretty easy. I've got a charged battery. I've got my SD card in. I've got a charged remote controller. Set up my iPad, which I keep right in there in the drone case. Come on, there we go. Right. Got the cord, we'd connect the cord, connect everything on, and we'd be ready to go. So, I'd run through my checklist. A lot of checklists out there. You can find a lot of them on the web. You can make your own. FAA regulations say you got to have a checklist. You got to go run through a pre-flight check. So, at this point, I'm on the takeoff part of it. I'd make sure my software is all calibrated. I would make sure we do a compass calibration if I needed to, whatever the software told me. Usually you're using DJI Go or Go 4, so that would be pretty self-explanatory. But make sure everything is updated. Make sure your database is updated, your FlySafe database. The software walks you through all that, so that's not too hard. And then we'd get her up in the air. So I've got everything set. My software is running through its pre-flight checks. I can see the gimbal is working, the camera's coming through. I am waiting for GPS lock. So sometimes the GPS takes a few minutes to get going. So now I've got 6 satellites, so it is locked in. So, you know, beware of that. Don't take off too early if you don't have your GPS. If it doesn't say, you know, ready to go in green. Now I'm up to 8. That's when you know, okay, the GPS is locked in. You know, you risk a flyaway if you don't heed your GPS. So, you know, I could take off now. Sometimes, all right, now I'm up to 9. The longer you wait, the more time it gets to connect in with your drones. So I check my home point on the map and make sure that that is showing me what I expect to see, and it does. So now we're ready to go. I'm going to put this into I'm in GPS mode. So now we're ready to go. Usually I would say clear. Make sure everyone knows that we're about to fly. And
takeoff.
Sticks down and in to get the motor running. And we are ready to go. So I'm going to go up with the left stick.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
About 10 feet in the air. Let it sit for a second. Test the yaw, test the rotation, you know, back and forth. Make sure everything's good, you know, and just listen for anything weird. Take a look. Everything is fine. You know, do your flight, do your mission, and then you land it, right? So, same idea. Say, you know, prepare for landing. Make sure everyone knows it's coming. Tell me I'm getting close to the ground here, and down left stick, and we're good. So, you know, that's it in a nutshell. Make sure you got, it's really about preparing your site, making sure you got plenty of room, landing pad, get everything set up properly, and you'll be good to go. All right.